Hello, my name is James, and I'm a student at JTech, and today we're going to pull this axle out. We're going to show you how to do it and show you the proper way to do it. This is just an example of a differential. You know, as you can see, the brake pads and the wheels are off, so we're just going to show you how to take this axle out. Okay, so what you want to do first when taking this axle out is you want to remove the differential cover. So as you can see, these bolts are relatively loose, but that's the first thing you want to do, because you can't just pull it out. You got to take, you know, different C-clamps and different clips out in order to get that out. So we're going to take this cover off. All right, so next, what we're going to do is, you see this ring gear right here? Just take a look inside these gears. See these two right here that I'm pointing at? Those are side gears. And on the other side, those are better known as spider gears. So you got two side gears and two spider gears. And take a look deep inside, and where I'm kind of pointing at, it's kind of hard to see, but in there should be what is called a C-clamp. And they're on both sides of the side gears. And in order to, we got to take those out in order to take these axle shafts off. So, but before we do that, take the side gears off, we got to take this pin right here that I'm pointing at. We got to take that pin out. And so on the side, there's a bolt that connects the pin so it won't be moving up and down and falling out. So we got to take that bolt out, take the pin out, then take the C-clamps out of the side gears, and then we'll be able to take the axle shaft off. So that's what we're going to do. That's the 2, 3, go. Okay, so what you want to do is kind of turn it a little bit and angle it, and you want to get one hand on the opposite side of the pin so you can push it up, because the spider gears can fall out if you don't be careful as we take this pin out, because that's what's holding the spider gears in. So we take our bolt out, just push this up with one of our fingers and get it with the other. Okay, so now be very careful, because if we start spinning it and messing around with it, the spider gears can fall out, because this is what holds the spider gears together. So be mindful of that, and it's a pain to sometimes reposition the teeth. So now what you want to do, I'm just gonna just slightly turn it. Like I said, be gentle with it. Be gentle with it. And so now you see this little brown part right here. That is the axle shaft. So what you want to do is push in this axle shaft, and boom, you see our C-clamp right there. And so sometimes you can take like a little magnet or whatever to get it out, but if you can get it with your hands, I suggest that. Get it real quick. Just be careful, because it could fall. Hopefully not. In this case, so I got it. So you got your C-clamp. That's what holds in the axle shaft. And so now we can take it out. So what I'm going to do now is just take it out. Just got to be careful, kind of use 2 hands with it. Just put this to the side. And now the axle shaft taken out. Let's say you need a replacement, or you know, this is not working properly, it's worn, or whatever the case may be. This is how you take the axle shaft out, and how to I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helps you out. Thank you.
Good.
Okay, so now we're putting this axle shaft back in. And so what you want to do is the front end. Let me take it back out. This front end, you want to lift it up kind of like that as you put it in, because that's going to help you. Because if you don't lift that front end up, it's just going to get stuck. And I'll show you. I'll show you when it starts to get stuck. See, it's smooth right now. Then it starts to get stuck about right here. You kind of want to lift that front end up. And after you lift that front end up, kind of finesse it a little bit. Then boom, you hit your sweet spot. And then boom, you're good to go. And so now what we're gonna do is, you see that little space? There's a little big part and there's a little space. That's where the C-clamp goes. We're gonna put that C-clamp back in, excuse me, and then push that like this. After you put the C-clamp back in, push it like that, put our pin in, screw our bolt, you should be good to go. Okay, so what you would do now is we put our pin back in. You would torque this bolt, then get this cover with a gasket, like a RTV. get a gasket on there. Or what you would also do is scrape this old gasket off. Let's say if it's like a real vehicle, you'll scrape the old gasket off. Don't use a metal scraper. Use a plastic scraper. Get it off. Put some new RTV. Get it on there. Then you know, you'll put it back on. Torque the bolts down to its proper spec. And when you do like torque the bolts, don't torque them down like one like that. Torque them in, you know, pattern so it can sit on evenly. The gasket can evenly be set, because if you go just 1, 2, 3 like that, it's not gonna work. So you want to, you know, 1, 2, then to over here, then, you know. So thank you. That's it. Appreciate it.